one of the most life-changing days for all Americans.
Devastation in my mind.
When I saw that all of the buildings collapsed, I scratched my head.
I also don't think that the government necessarily knew all about it.
There was a serious lapse in judgment.
I think it's real sensitive subjects.
I think it was an inside job.
No, I don't think the government had anything to do with it.
Channel 12 should do all that they can, and they are doing all that they can.
In fact, I think it's a responsibility.
They're thought-provoking, to say the least.
The purpose of public television is to provide a level of truth.
It's very crucial.
I believe that Colorado Public Television should give alternative views of what have happened. There are lots of alternative ideas. Public television is a great venue for that.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of Colorado Public Television, Channel 12.
What I think happened on 9/11 is that it was one of the most life-changing days for all Americans. We just learned so much more about the world and how people felt about us, really.
Well, obviously we were attacked by some people of the Islamic faith.
Whatever did happen, that we are lacking security-wise.
I believe that there's something that happened that we do not know the full truth yet. I do not believe it was terrorist attack.
Well, what do you think? You can log on to cpt12.org right now. You can leave your comments. You can even take a poll. This is Colorado Public Television, and we are inviting all voices into our discussion right now. And we're looking at the issue of 9/11. My name is Sherry Bernson, your membership director. We have Kevin Ryan with us, a special guest who came in from Indiana. He is a known 9/11 whistleblower. Leland Rucker from Free Speech TV is here. He's going to be representing the official side of the story. Our own Dominic Dezzutti is going to help us, and we are here for you to make that call. Go to the website and support a television station that takes it outside the mainstream, that's not afraid to take risks, that's not afraid to open up a discussion and invite everybody's opinion, because that's really what Colorado Public Television is all about. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you, Sherry.
Kevin is a chemist and then that known 9/11 whistleblower. Just exactly what is that?
Yeah, I'm a chemist and a laboratory manager, and I used to work for Underwriters Laboratories, the well-known safety testing company. And while I worked there, I learned that the company had done the original fire resistance testing of the steel components used to build the World Trade Center towers. And after a period of time, I became very interested in that, because the official story is that the buildings failed primarily from fire. One of the buildings fell in less than 1 hour, whereas the company had done the testing to ensure that the building would withstand 2 to 3 hours of intense fire. So this is really important. The official story has been used for a number of things, including starting several wars, torturing people, and challenging our Constitution. And I spent about a year asking questions at UL. After that, the official report came out from the government, which my company helped to produce by doing additional testing. And as a laboratory manager, I was very shocked that the official report's conclusions contradicted the test results. So I wrote directly to the government scientists and ended up being fired for having done that and having my questions become public.
Wow, there's a lot of information that we're going to be exploring in these breaks, and we're really trying something different right now at CPT 12. We're trying to open up these pledge breaks and not talk about the thank you gifts and talk about the phone number, but we're trying to dig deeper into that information, and that's what we want you to support right now. 1-800-690-5234. We've got great folks from Colorado 9/11 Visibility here in the phone bank ready to take your call, and you can also log on. There they are. They should smile and wave, give a big hand, and we're trying to just open up that discussion right now around the issue of 9/11. Let's toss it on over to Dominic Dezzutti and our special guest, Leland Rucker.
Sherry, thank you very much. We're excited that you are here, part of this special event right here on Colorado Public Television, Channel 12, home for all voices for over 30 years. We're happy you can be a part of this. I have a special guest here with me, Leland Rucker. He's a journalist and web editor up at Free Speech TV, part of our neighborhood here at Five Points Media Center. We are very excited to be providing this to you, but it doesn't happen without your support. Call the number at the bottom of your screen, 1-800-690-5234. Be a part of the conversation and keep the discussion going. That's what's so critical. Now, Leland, what got you, I guess, interested and involved in learning more about the stories and, I guess, both the official story and the theories behind 9/11?
Well, like anybody else, I was really fascinated with what happened. I was horrified by what happened. And so I decided to try to find out more about it. So I went to a lot of 9/11 truth websites. I read the official report, and I started to try to make determinations on my own. I also went to websites and to places that disputed the 9/11 truth people because I wanted to get the best information that I could possibly get. I've always been a skeptic in my life. I've been a journalist most of my life. And I guess I'm on here to say that you can look at all this material, you can study this material, and you don't have to come to the same conclusion as some of the people in 9/11 Truth.
Right. I think the important part of both what we're doing here at this event and the great thing about both our country and Channel 12 is that there's room for the discussion. There's room for both sides. All voices can come to the table, and that's what we have right here at Channel 12. Now, how does this all happen? Why can we exist for the last 30 years? It's because you call the number at the bottom of your screen, 1-800-690-5234. When you do that, that is how the discussion continues. Is it important to you to have a resource in your own community that isn't just an echo chamber? Is it important for you to have a resource in this community that's going to provide voices on a lot of different issues? 30 years ago, it could have been, we've done animal issues, health issues, a variety of stuff that we talked about, probably a variety of issues you've written about, Leland, as a journalist in this community. It all happens because of your support. Give us a call right now. Now, whatever side of the discussion you are on for 9/11, we have a variety of thank you gifts that we want to tell you about that you can participate and say, okay, I do want to be a part of this. How can I show my support? Give it a call and donate so you can be part of the discussion, and we can thank you with these great premiums. We'll show you how right here.
Pledge your support now for independent programming on Colorado Public Television. Pledge at the $100 level and receive your copy of the director's cut of the program, Loose Change 9/11, An American Coup, and the Oil, Smoke, and Mirrors DVD, a documentary that examines peak oil, 9/11, and the War on Terror. Or at the $100 level, pledge for the DVD, 102 Minutes That Changed America. Hundreds of pieces of footage recorded by 9/11 eyewitnesses are joined together into a single, seamless, historical record. Plus, you'll receive the Debunking 9/11 Myths book from the editors of Popular Mechanics. This investigation analyzes and disproves the 20 most prominent conspiracy claims. Support CPT 12 with a pledge of $150, and you'll receive the DVD of the program, Oil, Smoke, and Mirrors, plus the censored 2011 book, which features the top 25 major news stories that were ignored or underreported by the mainstream press. For a pledge of $250, you'll receive all the items mentioned in the $150 level, plus 2 more DVDs, including Dust and Deceit, a story examining the environmental disaster of 9/11, and Goodbye Fourth Amendment, a panel discussion from the 2010 How the World Changed After 9/11 conference. Panelists include former CIA analyst Ray McGovern, privacy advocate Catherine Albrecht, and former FBI and British MI5 agents. And for a pledge of support at the $365 level, you'll receive all the items mentioned above, plus 1 more book, Debunking 9/11 Debunking, from David Ray Griffin.
I'm Chris Moore, natural collapse advocate. There's a torrent of information in Loose Change, so I looked at the scientific evidence for controlled demolition and found it wanting. You can't secretly prepare demolitions with 50,000 workers in the building 24/7 working the New York, Tokyo, and London stock exchanges. 282,000-pound jets crashed in at 500 miles per hour, damaging the structures and setting off violent explosions in every direction inside the building, only a fraction of which was visible from the outside. 40,000 square feet of office caught fire in 2 seconds. You can't start a controlled demolition amid such massive random destruction. After the steel supports gave way across an acre of office, the 180 million pounds of building above the crash point collapsed at 130 miles per hour, just 2/3 free fall speed. The loose change video cuts off the collapse when the debris hits the ground. In the unedited video, it's still collapsing several seconds after their misleading edit. You can find out a lot more by watching Screw Loose Change on the internet, a rather nasty